Hey everybody, it's your boy Nerdicane here, doing a comic book review, although it doesn't look like it is from here. So, I have a little confession to make. Um, this is my backyard, and my wife thinks that, I've kind of been stepping up my yard game because, it's just like so we could do some hosting and have some nice plants back here. That's that's all a front. That's the Clinton Foundation. It's just a front for something else. What I've been building back here, and stick with me, this has to do with the comic I'm doing lately. I've been building this like dream play area for little Nerdicane Jr. and someday his Star Wars toys or hopefully G.I. Joes, like maybe G.I. Joe will make a comeback. I mean, look at this. We got the Deadly Dinosaur Forest here. And he can play in here as long as, he doesn't smash up my dahlias. We got the farm. Look at this. We got the ancient ruins in the Red Forest. You got your main, this is like your big main battlefield. Over here, this is creeping time. So these little things are gonna creep all in between all these rocks. So he can have like little island hopping adventures. And then up here, there's the stone monkey god idol. I mean, look at this backyard. This is an awesome backyard for playing. And my wife doesn't know, but I'm basically just building all of this for a little Nerdicane. There's my first red dahlia of the season. Okay, I'm gonna stop boring you with my backyard, and we're gonna do a comic review now. I'm sorry, Larry Hama. I'm sorry, I haven't picked up G.I. Joe Real American Hero in a while. I gotta admit, the Citizen stuff kind of turned me off of IDW and G.I. Joe. But, that being said, I had forgotten how good of a writer, how appropriate of a writer you are for the G.I. Joe series. Now, I know you've been there since the beginning. The origin story is pretty funny about how, you came to be on G.I. Joe. The people at Marvel tell it one way, and then Larry Hama tells it the other way. And if you don't know the story, look it up. It's pretty funny story. So, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. This is the good book. Larry Hama. Special missions. These are like short stories. About certain characters. I don't know how long this is going to go. I'm just getting back into it. I want to say, where was this cover? I would have jumped all over this cover. The Larry Hama drawn cover. This is the one that I got. It's pretty awesome. But once again, I don't know. You can't. Oh yeah, you can see it when I do that. There's something about printing nowadays, and this paper, or something about it that. See how it's got those little ridges and buckles in it? Comic books nowadays, they get that. Like, if you look at them too hard, or if it's too humid in a room, they get that. It's for someone like me who likes to collect, it's very daunting is finding a good one. So, okay, getting to the story here, this is Stalker, who's an awesome original Joe. I love him. I love this guy. And this is why Larry Hama is so freaking good at writing G.I. Joe, and he should always write G.I. Joe for as long as he wants, and he should be able to. I think at this point he should have so much clout in the industry. If he says, "Hey, I want to write a Superman story," DC should just call him up and be like, "Hey, come see us." So he's doing this Stryker story, and Stryker's having this. This is Stryker's nightmare. He's having this sort of PTSD nightmare about his time in the military and then his time back in the neighborhood. And it's so... for PTSD, it's... I did my time in the Air Force. I got in, got out. I didn't really come home with any of that, the PTSD, but there's a lot of my brothers and sisters who did. And a lot of them, think about this, they can't enjoy the 4th of July because the fireworks will set them off. That's how much it affects your life and how crazy it can be to have it, to deal with it. And this is a very good representation to somebody who doesn't really understand what it's like to have. This is what it would be like. And once again, in the military, they're talking about, oh, you should go see the shrink. And it's not so much anymore that the military takes it much more serious nowadays. But back when I was in, it could be a mark on you. It could stop you from promotion at some point. It was kind of a black mark, especially if you were in a combat job. I wasn't, but I was in one of those jobs where when I was over in the Mideast, you could get attacked, and it would be a situation where you would be attacked and you would really have very little opportunity to defend yourself. So, but in combat role, that would be something very, very bad. And this is very telling of what vets and what military worry about and when they're having these problems. Is he goes through it and he basically just says, you know, the things don't scare him, the dreams don't scare him, the memories don't scare him. What he's scared of is he's scared of when his brothers and sisters are relying on him. He's scared that he's gonna freeze because of it. And the story has a little bit to do with that. They got to go down to, I'm assuming it's South America, and for a hostage, take care of a hostage situation. And this is the cool thing. This is what G.I. Joe should be nowadays. Is sort of like a special dispatch, not really military, but kind of a special dispatch independent force that puts out hotspots around the world. Also in here is something awesome. I'm not gonna spoil it. That's it. I'm not gonna show any more of the comic. I want you to buy the comic. But plot twist to modern comics: the bad guys in this comics are communists. They're Trotskyites. You would, oh my God, like modern SJWs and modern leftists have become so extreme that Marx, socialism, Trotskyism, all of this is appealing to them. That's how crazy far left the left has gone. This is something you would not see. Is like, you would probably never see this in a Marvel comic right now as current. You would never see the Trotskyites being the villains. I'm not going to spoil any more of this. You should go buy it. Move the Needle. It's a good story. It's a very, very good story. Yeah, you know what? Now that I read this, and also, let me not... Okay, I'm not going to spoil it, but... Look at... Sorry. Look at that. Next issue. The Baroness. Look at that. Gorgeous art. When I first looked at this, I thought it was Jay Scott, but it's not. I don't know who that is. But I will know a month from now because I'm going to go buy this comic because just from that cover, and because I know Larry Hama is writing it. So that's my review. Move the needle on this. Go get it. It is good. I'm back in. I'm back in with the Joes. I'm going to pick this up every month. This is going to be added to my pull list. Thanks for watching. My name's Nerdicane. You can hit me here. You can hit me on the Twitter. Thank you for making it through my stupid backyard video. I just wanted to get that out because I'm really proud of the backyard that I built for little Nerdicane Jr. someday when he's old enough to play with action figures. And yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me, how do we get G.I. Joes back on shelves? How do we do that? I want Nerdicane Jr. to play with G.I. Joes. And right now, the only way you can get them is from like collectors, and you really don't want to play with those because they're super valuable. But yeah, tell me your suggestions on how we get G.I. Joe back relevant again in the mainstream and on store shelves again. But thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll have some more videos out coming soon. Bye.